My name's from ADISA, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Marcus Grivis of Computer Recyclers in South Wales. Now, Marcus has just gone through his Standard 8 audit, and we're going to just be discussing a little bit around that today. So lovely to see you today, Marcus.
Yeah, good to see you, Steve.
Well, first of all, congratulations. You are now a certified UK GDPR certification scheme for asset recovery. How did you find the process?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a very thorough, in-depth, and demanding process. Left no stone unturned. So we were already at ADISA Standard 7. But the upgrade to Standard 8 took a lot of hard work to achieve, and more than expected, to be honest. It was over 12 months of graft and hard work to get it. So we were delighted. And what it did do is highlight to all of our team the importance of the service we offer and the reason we do it, which has led to improvements to our processes, the physical security, the level of service, strengthening our offering to clients. Has been a positive learning curve for all of us here, including me, enhancing both ours and customers' understanding of GDPR compliance, and measuring the level of risk to determine the level of service required using the new dial process, which was introduced with Standard 8. So yeah, no, it's all good.
And it's interesting because a lot of this is new. I mean, we were one of the first schemes to be approved by the ICO, so a lot of this is new. For those who are watching who don't know what a GDPR certification scheme, perhaps give them your view on what one is.
It's the ICO approved compliance scheme, which confirms compliance to UK data protection laws and regulations. The ADISA Standard 8 is credible, independent, best practice data protection scheme to reassure businesses and public organizations that protected data can be securely destroyed. And also the IT equipment can be reused in socially, environmentally responsible ways as well.
And that's key for me to draw out, is that there's an upside to this. Clearly, with Dial coming in, it's new. Nobody's ever heard of it. Customers are being asked to do something which they've not had to before. We've had a little bit of pushback on that, but that's understandable when it's new. In your view, how is this going to help your customers?
It'll definitely help them, and we're already seeing it. By achieving Standard 8 certification, we're demonstrably reassuring our customers that they are legally compliant. So they're loving that they can see we're doing things in the right way. It's giving them the confidence that they're using someone who's certified and knows what they're doing. With the backing of ADISA Standard 8, we can advise all customers and potential customers with confidence that by using us to collect and process their redundant IT, they're compliant with the law, which is the most important thing here. And also in terms of social benefits and sustainability, our customers can be sure that their redundant IT will always be given the best opportunity for reuse, because that's always the main goal where possible.
Yeah, and this is good because that's kind of the objective of what we set out to achieve with this, which is by aligning a standard to law, we're trying to create it as the minimum point. So the minimum expectation for a company who's recovering assets should be that they're compliant with the law. And clearly Standard 8 is a great way of evidencing that, as determined by the ICO, the data regulator. So that's kind of aligned with our strategy here. Now, I've known you a long time, too long probably. For those who don't know about Computer Recyclers, maybe give a little bit of background, because I think you've got a great story to tell.
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, we're based in South Wales. We're a family-run business. First established back in 2002 by owner, managing director Tyrone Griffiths, to recycle all equipment. So it was all electrical equipment at that time. And then in 2010, we changed focus to recycle and reuse all IT equipment. And that's when I got involved from that point, really. We're a very experienced team. There's operatives still with us from going back to 2002. So they're long before me, and they're still with us. So we got great experience all together. And within 10,000 square foot facility, collecting and processing redundant IT, and that's not only from Wales, but that is from the rest of the UK as well. and we've always had a strong focus on the reuse, helping tackle the digital divide. Running out, we now run an initiative called Get an Eye at Home. It's a digital inclusion initiative. It was created by Microsoft back in 2010, which we were just a partner of. But over time, we now sort of own and run that initiative. We're keeping that going ourselves. So, there's lots of good work going on in the UK to help bridge the digital divide. The importance of it was really highlighted in COVID, and so we just make sure we carry on with that. And our commitment to reuse is our best part of helping. And then we link up with organisations, projects throughout the country. There's plenty of digital inclusion work going on, and we just try and link up as best we can. So not only can people get the access, but they can get the connectivity and skills that they need as well. Namely, there's 2 national charities which are doing really good work. The Digital Poverty Alliance, a massive group of organisations coming together, sharing best practice, and trying to make a difference. And then you've got the Good Things Foundation, which they're becoming very well known, and they're also doing some really good work to help people get online. So we're just trying to do our bit through reuse and provide affordable access, really. Other than that, going off on reuse, where our clients, sometimes the level of risk just doesn't allow for reuse. So we understand that, and we got a shredder. It's an Ulster shredder on the back of our vehicle. Drives around the country, and it will shred media down to 6mm shred size there on site for our clients, which 6mm being the approved standard by UK security services. So where we can't reuse, we are set up to sort of come to you and get it destroyed.
And I think it's this kind of broad experience that you personally and the company hold, which is interesting to people, because certainly the Get Online at Home program, we saw it shine quite brightly for a little bit, and then it dropped off. I guess people like new shiny things perhaps, and maybe it dropped off. And I think the fact that you stepped in and continue to run that is fantastic. It's a huge credit to yourself and your organization that you maintain that, because there is definitely a need. It's not popular to talk about disadvantagedness in this country, perhaps because people are ignorant to it sometimes, but there's very much a need, and the work that you, an organization like Good Things and Digital Poverty Alliance, are doing is fantastic. Let's just step to sort of a higher level for our discussion, if we may. The ITAD sector, I mean, you've joined in 2010. I mean, that's when we launched ADISA as well, and we think we've seen in that period some significant changes. Where do you see this sector going, say in the next 5-10 years? What do you think the future holds for the ITAD sector?
They'll go from strength to strength. With a credible, independent ICO approved standard that you've now got, best practice data protection. I believe the ITAD industry will only go in the right direction. I think respect for our industry will grow. I don't think that's always been there, but I think from 2010 till now that has been growing. And I think it's just gonna really just continue to grow and escalate, if anything. And that's because people's awareness of the illegal liabilities when services are not carried out correctly. With the general move to more home working, and then there's always a continued refresh of technology. Both public, private sectors, they're always changing. There's always going to be a level of redundant IT which needs to be handled properly. So the service that we're offering, it shows that we can protect clients' data obligations. It shows that we can help do the social good, bridge digital divide, and we can recycle in environmentally responsible ways to help the circular economy. So it's a good story, and the more awareness, as the awareness of it grows with the legal side of it, I think it's just going to help our ITAD sector.
And I think the word you used is service, and I think just to draw out on that, what we've seen, and certainly 10 years prior to launching ADISA, I was around this type of transaction, and it used to just be fulfillment of a need, moving things. Whereas if you look at the service that you're offering and the portfolio of value that you can add and the sector can add to the customers, it really is an interesting area for customers to actually engage in properly, because there's so much more benefit, I think, that they can be receiving by using professional service focused organizations like yours. So Marcus, I'm going to say thank you very much indeed. We're going to try and keep these quite short and to the point. Congratulations again, and to you and your team. I know it was hard work, as it was for everybody, but hopefully you feel that you've achieved it. Certainly it is a significant achievement. For anybody watching, we're going to put up Marcus's contact details. If you want to know more about him or his organization, you'd be able to reach out directly. So I'm going to say thank you very much today. Thanks for doing it late on a Friday afternoon. And so I hope you have a very good weekend, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you, Marcus.
You too, Steve. Thank you very much.
Thank you.